Hello, my name is Angela Yu. I am a solutions architect at Amazon Web Services, and I'm here to share with you a production-ready way to manage configurable parameters in CDK. We use this method as a part of our CDK projects here at Amazon Web Services. Have you ever developed on an AWS Cloud Development Kit or CDK project that needs configurable parameters or environment variables? Imagine a project that needs variables to be set and passed down your CDK stack to be used at the application level. It could be a CDK stack that deploys a web app that is hosted on CloudFront and you need a variable to be passed into the web app. Or it could be a backend CDK stack that accesses an S3 bucket and you want to configure an S3 bucket name. You need a way of managing CDK parameters that you can configure for any environment you deploy your project to and keeps your parameters safe. Well, I have a solution for you. Let's go through the overall flow, then we will walk through each of the sections together. There's a JSON object that holds all your parameters, then a configure script that takes in the parameters and writes them to AWS Systems Manager. On your CDK application side, the CDK stack uses a Systems Manager utility function to get the values and pass them down the stack. Let's dive into the flow, starting with the JSON file that holds your parameters. The JSON object contains an array of parameters. When you want to add a new parameter, you add another object that represents the new parameter. That way, the configure script will read in the JSON object and grab all the parameter names. Following our previous scenario, imagine this represents API endpoint and S3 bucket name. We are going to upload our parameters to AWS Systems Manager. AWS Systems Manager is an operations hub for your AWS applications and has a feature called Parameter Store, which we will use to manage our configuration data. Here's a quick comparison between the two offerings, and we chose to use AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store over AWS Secrets Manager because we do not need features like rotating keys or cross-account access. The user then runs the configure script, and the script will walk the user through entering the parameter values. It grabs the parameter names from the JSON files, then prompts the user to enter a value for each parameter. The script checks if the parameter already has a value from AWS Systems Manager by calling getParameters. If not, then the script will add the parameter and its value to AWS Systems Manager by calling putParameters. And this is what the script looks like when you run it in the terminal. From the CDK stack, the code calls a Systems Manager utility function. This function will load all of the parameters from AWS Systems Manager. It then assigns the parameters to a variable, SSM parameters, in the code. Then the SSM parameters variable can be passed down to the other CDK stacks defined in the root stack. You can pass custom parameters into a CDK stack, which will become properties in the construct you create. At this point, the configured parameters are readily available in the CDK application. This is a method that we use for the data analytics sample project. You can find the project on GitHub, link in the description. This is a diagram that maps concepts to file names, so you can easily find the implementation in the GitHub repo. At this point, you can see that this is an opinionated way of managing configurable parameters in CDK. It fulfilled many requirements that we had at Amazon Web Services because it guides you through setting parameters in a wizard, provides a readout of already set parameters, provides a feature to set parameter B only if parameter A is set, and this method allows people to deploy the project in different environments without risk of exposing sensitive data. You will not need to store any sensitive information in the .env file, which could end up on GitHub. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned about the way our team at Amazon Web Services handles configurable parameters in CDK. Shout out to Milos, the originator of the script, and Anshika, who collaborated with me to make this video.